Welcome to Otis. Otis is transforming the way people relate to money and investing. Otis creates a dynamic virtual reality experience of our financial lives. It begins with Money Friend. Your Money Friend will be an expression of your financial reality and a narrative of your design. My Money Friend might appear in a martial arts narrative. I've been a martial artist for over 20 years and I can identify the attributes of a champion martial artist. His physique, his balance, his moves all convey information about the likelihood that my champion will be a winner in the future. I want to associate these attributes with the champion's stock to give me a benchmark of comparison between my martial arts champion and my stock market champion. The all-time great stock market champion is Apple Computer. My name is Bob Gay, and I'm the creator of Otis. Otis is a learning algorithm that creates data by mining line items from financial statements found in filings made by U.S. companies with the Securities and Exchange Commission every 13 weeks. Every quarter since 1934, the SEC has required companies to file financial statements to provide investors with information about how the company is doing. Embedded within the filing are three principal financial statements. Here I've displayed the financial statements for Apple Computer from the most recent quarter, starting with the balance sheet. The balance sheet is a display of all current assets and liabilities, and how they relate to each other now and through time conveys information about how the company's financial condition is changing. The income statement, also displayed quarterly, is a measure of profit, of income and expenses, resulting in measurements of profit or loss. And the cash flow statement measures all the cash that's come into the company and how it's dispersed. These three financial statements are displayed every 13 weeks, and how they change over time conveys valuable information about how the company's performance metrics are changing over time. Otis creates a narrative around this data based on the standard industry lexicon, where we describe in text the performance and profitability attributes of Apple Computer and how those relate to the behavior of the share price over time. We also create a line chart which displays the relationship between the behavior of the share price over time, displayed here, and the principal growth, financial condition, earnings quality, and investing financing attributes of Apple Computer. Apple Computer indeed has been a tremendous champion stock, and the greatest period of performance was from 2003 until 2012, a period over which Apple Computer outperformed the average stock by over 80 times. During that period, the gross profit margin of Apple Computer generally rose. Sales growth was high or rising most of the time. Operating costs generally fell, producing a fabulous acceleration in the underlying profitability and growth attributes of Apple Computer, which we can measure had significant influence on the behavior of the stock over that period. So what I might be interested in doing is finding all the companies that I can that have this set of superior performing attributes: rising sales growth, improving gross profit margins, and falling operating costs. Right now, we have those attributes being displayed by Apple Computer, where sales growth has come up from 5% to over 20% in the past year, gross profit margins are rising, and operating costs are falling. And so Apple Computer, having looked like my champion martial artist for some time, continues to have that championship appearance now. But in the stock market, as in the martial arts experience, it's very, very critical to keep a close eye on all of our champions to make sure that their attributes are sustained through time. Let's take a look at another stock that has had Apple Computer kind of championship attributes in the past that did not produce such a spectacular championship outcome. Take a look at the historical performance of ExxonMobil, and you can see that back here in 2011, early 2012, ExxonMobil had all of the attributes of a successful champion: rising sales growth, improving gross profit margins, falling operating costs. All of their present in the data of ExxonMobil in 2010 and early 2011, and ExxonMobil at that time would have had a championship appearance. So what would have given us the first hint that that ExxonMobil was not going to deliver a championship outcome? Rather, from 2011 until 2015, the share price of ExxonMobil has consistently performed badly as its underlying attributes have consistently deteriorated. Well, the first evidence of that deterioration was in the early part of 2011, and the image of ExxonMobil at that point might have gone from our championship image to something less likely to produce a championship result in the future. So when we see this evidence that our championship form has changed from ideal to something less than ideal, that's our first signal or first hint that this stock is less likely to be a champion in the future. Over the period from 2011, when the appearance first began to deteriorate, until early part of 2015, the appearance of ExxonMobil would have gone from here to here. Clearly, this guy is not likely to be a champion martial artist, or at least doesn't have the evident physical attributes of a champion martial artist. Notice that in the last couple of quarters, the gross profit margin of ExxonMobil has begun a two-quarter improvement. Similar to the improvement in 2012 and the improvement in 2010, and before that, an improvement in 2006, the company is staging an attempt to improve its gross profit margin. As a result, when we looked at the behavior of the avatar that represents the the fundamental attributes of ExxonMobil, he now looks like this, whereas last period he looked like that. So that improvement in the appearance of the potential martial artist is related to an improved likelihood on the basis of that one attribute that this is more likely to be on an improving trend rather than on a deteriorating trend. Many narratives lend themselves to the expression of our financial reality. It might be a farm or a garden narrative. It might be another fantasy sports narrative, or it might be a Sims experience. I invite you to register to play at otiswealthsystem.com. There are several opportunities to participate, including a free membership. Assemble your financial reality now, and in a few months you will see it transform. Create your money friend and the virtual world that they exist in.